to, and you can just like that, you can do it. If you have a mainstream regular publisher, once the layout board is set, that's it. All the mistakes are there for eternity. They just print and print, and you're just stuck. So, by taking this Lulu package, it meant I had to agree to have their logo on the book cover, which is no big deal. All publishers have their logo on the book cover, and it's small and discreet. And I had to list Lulu as the publisher on the copyright page. Again, it's no big deal because all publishers want their name in your book. Lulu provided me with an ISBN number and a UPC code. They listed my book on Amazon.com. I did pay a little extra, $30, for an optional package, which was supposed to, I'm anyway, I paid for a package that would list my book in nationwide library catalogs. But in hindsight, I wouldn't recommend it because it turns out that most libraries use vendors that process the books. Whatever books they buy, they process them and make them ready for the library before the library receives them. I did the other day talk with the lady at the May Garland Library who buys the books, and I did leave a copy of my book with her and told her what the situation was, and so I haven't heard back yet. But they can buy books that are not through the vendors. They just have to go into extra trouble to process them, so we'll see what happens there. But anyway, with Lulu, Lulu had templates that for the cover that I used. They converted my manuscript to a PDF file. They offered a wide selection of book sizes, cover choices, bindings, just everything. And you wouldn't think it wouldn't cost anything, but it didn't cost me a cent until I bought one draft copy of my book. And the sample copy cost itself depends on the kind of binding you choose, the number of pages, if it has pictures in it, if it's color, black and white, whatever. You have complete control over what you put into your own book. I arranged out of the wreckage to fill as few pages as possible because I didn't want to set an exorbitant price on it. And the more pages in the book, of course, the more it's going to cost to actually print the book, and so the higher you would have to set your cover price. With POD, you have to sell your book yourself, but guess what? If you have a publisher, they still expect you to sell your book yourself. It's very rare that a publisher will promote your book, and there's a very small window where they will even keep your book in print before it's remaindered. I tried to get an agent off and on for about 5 years. And the only reason I don't regret wasting that time is, well, it wasn't really a waste of time, but the only reason I don't regret the search for 5 years is because I did become a better writer along the way, I hope. And my book certainly is better because I continue to revise it and improve on it. But I did reach a point where I decided that I had a choice. Continue pursuing an agent, or quit wasting my time, go with POD, let Lulu take their commission out of the sales price, and just be done with it. I was tired of messing with my book. I wanted to move on. And I was tired of messing with the system because even when I would get a response from an agent saying, well, I like the idea, but, and I got tired of all the buts, okay? A lot of big buts out there in the publishing. Big buts. But when you get right down to it, all publishing is vanity. It really is, no matter what route you take to get to your printed book. You have to think highly of your book to think anybody's going to want to read it. You know, you have to think highly of your book if you think someone's going to pay for it. And as long as someone has your book in hand and is enjoying it or has enjoyed it, it doesn't really matter which route you take to get to be published. On the other hand, yes, sure, it's better if you can get a mainstream publisher. It's better because there are certain advantages. It's like Barnes & Noble, I don't think, will let you have a book signing for a self-published author. They have this stigma that they stick on you. But if you can't get a publisher or an agent, hey, I mean, I'm completely happy with